In this lesson, we're going to look at what happens when you find brackets inside an equation. So we've already learned how to multiply out brackets by doing this kind of thing. 4 times a plus 6, so you do 4 times a to get 4a and 4 times 6 to get 24. So all we do is we apply this technique to the equation before we start subtracting from both sides and adding to both sides. So we multiply out the brackets first. So in this case we would have 3 times 2x, which would make 6x, and then 3 times 5, which makes 15. And that equals 45. We've now got a straightforward equation, so you take away 15 from both sides to leave us 6x equals 30. And divide both sides by 6, you're going to get x equal to 5. Okay, in the next example, multiply the bracket first, so times by 2. 2 times 5x is equal to 10x. And 2 times minus 4 is negative 8, so take away 8. Oops. Let me just change the rubber size. So take away 8, and that equals 72. Okay, I want to do the opposite of take away 8, which is add 8 to both sides here. And I'm going to get 10x is equal to 80. And finally divide through by 10, so x equals 8. Okay, the last one here, 5 times 3x gives you 15x, again multiplying the bracket out first. Remember to do the 5 times the 6, a common mistake is just to write plus 6 here, but you need to multiply by 5, so that becomes 30, and that comes to 0. So, I don't want the plus 30 there, so take it away from both sides. Don't be frightened, you can do 0 take away 30, and that's negative 30, so 15x is negative 30. And divide both sides by 15. So 30 divided by 15 is 2, negative 30 divided by 15 is negative 2. Okay, let's look at a few other examples. The first one here is the same idea, multiply the bracket out first. So 2 lots of 2x make 4x. Just do that again. Oops. So we've got 4x here. That's just going to come with it. 2 times 3 is 6. And just write the other side out. And you can see here, the technique I'm going to apply is I'm going to take away this x from both sides. Remember, I'm trying to get all the x's on one side and all the numbers on the other to solve it. You could have taken away the 6 from both sides first. However, I'm going to start with the x's. So take x away from here, you get 0. And take x away from here, you're going to get a 3x. I've still got a 6, except that's cancelled each other out, so I'm just left with 24 here. I now want to take away 6 from both sides. I've not written that, so take away 6 from both sides, you get 3x is 18. And finally divide by 3 to get x is equal to 6. Okay, last example here, looks quite complicated. Let's go through it step by step. So as before, multiply the brackets out. Now you can practice this technique on its own. If you go back to the earlier lessons, just multiplying brackets out without the equation. So if you're poor at this bit here, just practice that without actually solving the equation, because you need to be good at this before incorporating it into an equation. So 5 times 3x is 15x. 5 times 2 is 10. Now we're subtracting this, so that's negative 2 multiplied by 4x, which is take away 4x. Sorry, take away 8x because it's 2 times 4x. And then negative 2 times negative 3, that's going to give you a positive. So remember, if the signs are the same when you're multiplying, it gives you a positive answer, plus 6. Now, before we do anything else, we want to simplify this side so that the equation ends up looking like something like that, with x's on both sides and numbers on both sides. So I want to collect up my x's. And notice I've got a take away 8x there, so 15 take away 8, that's going to give me 7. So 7x, and 10 plus 6 gives me 16, so it's going to be 7x plus 16 equals 2x plus 36. I can now go into my equation technique. So again, I use this technique quite a lot, taking away the x's first. You can take away the 16 from both sides. But I'll take away the 2x from both sides first. So taking away 2x here gives me the 5x plus 16. Taking away 2x from here just leaves the 36. At that point, if I take away 16 from both sides, I'm going to end up with 5x is 20, and then it's easy, x is 4 by dividing both sides by 5.